Hey guys, thanks for stopping in, checking out my channel here again. Hope you guys are enjoying these videos, and if you are, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. According to YouTube, there's quite a few guys out there that are watching that are not subscribed, so make sure you go and subscribe. It definitely helps me grow my channel a little bit, and like I said, it might help get a little bit more content out there. And like I said, make sure you guys leave comments down below, let me know how I'm doing and stuff like that. So anyhow, back out here in the garage today. If you watched the last video, I was working on the Can-Am 90, and we had some starter issues. I went ahead and ordered a starter and an idler gear for it, and I have to give a huge shout out to Rocky Mountain because I ordered this stuff. It was a Friday night about 6:30, and it actually showed up Sunday morning. So I was kind of surprised on that, but here it is. We got the box here. Let's pull it out. Alright, there we go. We got the idler gear, and then there we go. There's the starter, and they even come with the little power wire. So and then, like I said, we were having some issues with this thing. We got a starter gear, idler gear over here that seems to be missing a couple teeth. And then also, if you guys watched the last video, when I took this cover off, it had the kickstart lever right here in the cover, and I took the Kickstarter off and didn't even realize that it doesn't matter. That shaft comes out with the cover. All that mechanism is actually back in there, so as long as you're not tearing any of that apart, you could actually take this off with that kicker on there. So that's not really a huge deal that you need to take off. Pretty much all you have to do is take the vent lines off and take all your case bolts out. So definitely not too hard of a job to get in there and do. And then, like I said, that idler gear goes right up in there, and there were just two bolts that held that on there. So today we're going to put the starter in and put that gear on there, and then we'll try and get the belt replaced also. Like I said, in order to do the starter, it's down in here, and there's literally two 8mm bolts down there that hold it on, and then the starter wire loops right up here to a solenoid right beside the battery. So, and that's just looks like a 10mm. So we'll go ahead and get those bolts out, get that off of there, and also the first thing you want to do is unhook the battery so that you don't arc your tools and stuff to any grounds or anything like that. So we'll go ahead and I'll get that old starter out of there. Alright, we got that out, and it wasn't too bad. Hardest part's trying to fish this wire down through there. So we got that out, and as you can see, the teeth on that are also pretty boogered up. So we'll grab the new one and throw that in there. It's as simple as that. We got the new starter in there. Ran the wire up through that nice little sweet mess. And got it hooked back up to the relay down here. Got the little rubber cover back over the stud. And now, we need to move over here to the other side. Get this gear in there. Alright, this gear just goes on. This smaller side goes in. So it just goes in there, line up the teeth, slide her down. And then this little plate just slides right over it. And then these two little screws, bolts, not screws, bolts. Right in there. Tighten those up. There we go. Let's see if it sounds any better. Keep fingers crossed, guys. Hope it does. Alright. Sounds much better. Perfect. No clankety clank anymore. Alright. Alright guys, next I guess I'm going to go ahead and try and change this belt. And it's been a while since I've changed it, but if I remember right, you have to take the back off because you can't fit the belt through here. I think you can leave the front on because there's enough room to fit the belt through there. Because I think I tried taking the front off and then I can't get the belt out. So we're going to start back here. There's this nut here. You gotta get this nut off. They make a special tool to hold this and then break this nut loose, which I don't have the special tool, but I can't tell you guys how I do that. I don't want you guys making fun of me. But if you figure it out, more power to you guys. So I went ahead and already broke this nut loose. So there we go. We'll go ahead and get that off. And then this is the drum that actually houses the clutch shoes. And then there's a nut on here. Well, let me show you guys. There's a nut on here that holds all this on. And there's also a spring behind that back there. Which I don't... Yeah. Of course, actually, I might leave all that on. That might be what I did. Yeah, we'll slide this out and we'll take that nut. I don't, do I want to do all that? I don't know. Yeah. Let me think about this for a few. Alright guys, I decided to loosen this front nut up also, rather than messing with this torque spring that's under there. So just take this nut off. We'll see what happens here. I'll slide this out. And be careful, because you'll lose all your little rollers behind there. So I try and keep a hand on there. There we go. There. Let me slide that out and take that off. So there we go. It wasn't too bad. That's definitely a lot easier than trying to compress this and mess with that big spring under there. So go grab the new belt and stick that on there. Alright, let's throw this new belt on there. We'll slide that out. Stick it in there. Stretch it up over that. Push it in. We'll just put this front one back on. A washer. And you guys want to make sure that all the splines line up. There's splines in that little star washer back there, and there's also splines in this piece. So let's see. There we go. And then we'll just tighten them up. Same thing back here. Throw this one over. Put the nut back on it. There we go. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Like I said, I'll tighten those down. And I'm also going to take blow gun and some brake clean, and we'll brake clean all that stuff out of there. So, all right, there you guys go. I did brake clean everything out on the inside, and I put this cover in the parts washer, and we washed it all up and put everything back together. So it's pretty simple. There's not a whole lot to it. Like I said, I've been out here, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. And like I said, I put that starter, that gear, changed the belt, cleaned everything up, and put it all back together. There's not a whole lot to these things. But yeah, we'll go ahead and set her up here so that you guys can listen to it. Hopefully it starts. Definitely sounds a lot better when you try and start it. Definitely a lot quieter. Clutch seems to be working, belt's working. So, like I said, these are pretty simple machines, so not a whole lot to it. I guess that'll be it for tonight. I'm not sure which project I'm going to tackle next. I don't know if I'll do... I've kind of been wanting to do the clutch on the 400, but I don't know if I'll get to that right away. I've got some plans this weekend, and then, like I said, I'm still not 100% sure. We might try and run it indoor, so maybe the next video will be getting those two over there ready to go run an indoor race. So, hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Like I said, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button down below. And just keep watching. Hit that like button. And like I said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. And till then, enjoy.